All right, Emilia Perez, a film that wasn't expecting to be the most talked about controversial movie of the year, but here we are. Saw it at TIFF before general audiences. I enjoyed it. Um, you know, some of the songs were catchy, like the style. Um, liked how weird it was. A lot of people want me to change my opinion. Perhaps on this rewatch, I'll be able to view it with fresh eyes. You can't say nobody liked it. Guillermo del Toro liked it. Denis Villeneuve liked it. A lot of industry people, a lot of critics liked it. It's just a general consensus has shifted among general audience members because of things like cultural accuracy, which if I said in my review, "Wow, what an authentic look at Mexico," and you know, what a prescient, uh, thoughtful telling of cultural societal issues, then yeah, like then that would be a bad review. But I didn't. I talked about the aspects of the filmmaking that I like. So we'll see if those are still things that I like. Um, Directors will defend the movie because they're afraid of cancel culture. Do you not think that there's a big amount of people that are harassing people over liking the movie? Because I've gotten DMs from other people that would normally be talking about this sort of thing publicly that aren't, and are also saying that they thought it was decent, but they're not saying it publicly because people are harassing other people over that. So I don't know. It seems to go both ways, but that's just me. Uh, Thank you, Cold Feeling. All right, we're gonna start it. Ready, spaghetti. We'll see how it goes. All right, 3, 2, 1. The movie is opposite of progressive. Yeah, cool. I wasn't really judging the movie based on whether or not it was progressive, so because I never really do that. But we'll see. We'll see how it is. I mean, I do like the tone of this song. I mean, yeah, so far like there is good sound design. Like listen to the like kind of um atmospheric like background sounds. Like the refrigerator humming, the like the Foley is really good. It's a very textured sound design. I like that choreography. It's like a good use of space, you know. Yeah, I do like this song. I like the variation in tone. I like that camera movement. It's fun. Rutro. Thank you. Are any bears? I like this. I like the rhythmic whisper singing. Like there's a great variety in terms of like how they approach the musicality of each track. It's great. I could imagine not liking this if I thought it was trying to be serious, you know? Which I guess is a lot of people that saw this on Twitter, but like I don't know. Like it's funny. Like it's clearly like taking the piss, right? I think like the tone of the song like informs that, right? Like it's a very silly scene. It's hilarious. It's funny. I don't know, I couldn't imagine being mad at this scene. It's so yeah, like it's very clearly campy. Like I just don't understand. Yeah, it's like that's a fun shot too. I mean, that exact tone doesn't carry through the whole movie, but like there's that's this isn't like the first instance of like campiness in the film, right? Like in the middle of the opening track, somebody gets stabbed for like a second, right? I think I think that there is like an inherent campiness to like it's a very wacky film. Like I think it knows that, and I think other people that enjoyed it also experienced the film that way. I'm wondering if this movie would have been improved by having like a title card at the beginning, like Xavier Dolan's mommy, just being like, "This is a alternate universe Mexico." I wonder if people would have been okay with that. Like, I literally think that the only reason Mexico was chosen is just because of the cartel angle. It's because cartels are rampant there, right? Hmm. Hmm. He's like a he's almost like a Christopher Walken in some of his pronunciation. Hmm. I think I'd be like demanding a higher sense of like research and authenticity if it weren't a musical, you know? Because I feel like musicals are inherently already illogical and silly, right? Like the big question is why are people singing and dancing? uh She does stand out a little now that I'm like listening for her accent. But I'm like, I don't speak Spanish, so that's not something that I ever would have been aware of without other people commenting. So Carla Sofia, like, she's Mexican? Is she Mexican? Or is she also not Mexican? Spanish. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I ever interpreted it that way, as if it's trying to present a realistic depiction of Mexico. Like I before anybody was even talking about the movie, I like never once got that impression. Like I just saw it as like a campy, weird musical that was utilizing like the trans thing and the cartel thing for like the stakes that they wanted to tell in their weird story. I like that swelling of the like cello. Oof. Love cello sounds. That like bassy swell, I like that a lot. Like tonally, there's a lot in these songs that I like. There's like a good variety. I've been called a gringo a lot in the past few weeks. That's a fun word. Retro. Conclave is way worse than this. Sorry. Yeah, fuck Conclave. Yeah, Conclave is the worst Best Picture nom this year. Hmm. But I couldn't imagine having a staircase like that without a railing. That just seems like if you ever have anybody over, somebody gets drunk, like they die. There were stairs like that in Savannah, Georgia, at places where everyone's drunk that went way higher. It was fucking stupid. I can't believe it. It was like literal death trap stairs, and I went up them on acid. It was a good night. Like there were some good sound design choices in that scene. Just like the muffled into the pillow, the different audio quality through her phone. I like that when they sing, it's like it considers the space and you can hear it. And it doesn't just sound like they recorded a song in a studio and then lip sync to it. Like you can feel the space of the music by how it sounds. I like that. Do I think Selena Gomez is good in this? I don't speak Spanish. Like that's really what it comes down to is like there's going to be things that other people have more of a perception for than me, and that's fine. Okay, yeah. I'm not Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I'm nowhere near Spanish countries. I'm not American. I'm not even a Mexico toucher, you know. Yeah, Greg John, that's a spoiler, so don't do it next time. Mm. I took Mexico toucher from something else. I don't remember what it was. It was either Simpsons or Family Guy or drawn together. South Park. I don't remember. Some animated thing had that line and it was funny. Mm. I mean, yeah, the Substance was filmed in France also. Had a lot of close shots and like, you know, the palm tree and there's nothing wrong with filming something in France when it's not France. But Coralie Farge definitely has a better understanding of American culture than Jacques Audiard has of Mexican culture. That's the impression I got. Michelle Hanukkah did not direct The Holy Mountain. And also, I care less about frogs than I do horses, so. I've eaten frogs. You smell like a dude, bro. Hmm. I like the piano. I like the string instruments a lot. I don't know. Well, no, I mean, I don't think that the scene was implying that all Mexicans smell like guacamole and spicy food and mezcal. Like there's like fucking there's like otherwise why would the child recognize the smell as the father if they were saying that that's like the implication is that it's unique to that character, right? Uh, Elpen Truca, that's not like an objective thing. Like when someone talks about their experience with a film, they're talking about their experience with it. It's not to try and persuade you out of your experience. It's to explain what they felt when they felt something, right? I disagree with you, Pixel. I don't. I when I watched this movie, there was not a single point where I was like, "Oh yeah, Emilia Perez is such a nice person, such a good moral character." Like that wasn't really what I thought. That wasn't really what I thought the movie was even trying to tell me. I like that it's presenting a character that you don't have to feel that way about, you know? Like if somebody wants to, then that, that says something about them, but um I never once got that impression from the movie. Yeah, I don't think the film is explicitly telling you how to feel about the character. Like it doesn't pretend like she's not a murderer, which a lot of people are claiming and I find that weird. A lot of people say like you're supposed to just forget that she murdered people. Like I don't think the movie ever says that. Yeah, lizard, but if they did that, then it would be pretty explicitly telling you how to feel about it, right? Lizard, have you never watched a movie where it allows the viewer to make up their own mind about things, or? Hmm. Uh, oh. Hmm. I love that this audio channels there. Like the mixing considers the space. Like I like that a lot. Hmm. Climax is awesome. Climax is a 10 for me. Yeah, we'll probably talk about it on episode 184. Seems the trajectory. So that'll be out like right when the Oscars comes out. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Jake being there. It's great. I'm glad that worked out. I wasn't expecting him to make a decision so quickly. I thought when I asked him about it, he would have to think about it. I was excited for Nosferatu, and then I got sick and I couldn't fucking leave the house. And now it's out on digital, but the fucking director's cut's coming out in like a week or two. 2 weeks. And people are saying the director's cut is probably better. So I'm just going to, I can wait. I'm sick with chronic health condition. Like I'm literally still sick right now. Like my energy has been like absolute shit for the past 3 months. Yeah. This is I mentioned in my original review that things did get a little slow at a certain point. I felt like the movie should be shorter. This was the section where I felt like largely uninterested. I'm not really attached to anything happening in this section. So we'll see how long this section lasts. Um, The film isn't going to win anything. It'll win a few things. Zoe still has a chance. Just because Carla is a shitty person doesn't mean that no other things are going to win. I think Carla is not going to win. I think she might even get like made fun of in some of the Oscars comments. Maybe you never know. It would be funny if she won. I think it's probably gonna win Best Song, even though, eh, like, yeah, the ones that are nominated aren't my favorite. I think I'm Still Here could win international film at this point. Oh yeah, this is the other one, isn't it? Wait, is it? Which one's the other? There's two nominated. Which one's the other one? It's not this. Is it? This is the other one? Yeah, like why do they the two that they chose are not the best ones. Soy. Soy. Yeah, I don't like this one at all. I think this is the only track that I like actively don't like. I just think that the tracks that I do like are probably like too short for them to have considered them to nominate. Cuz yeah, the two nominated ones are like definitely the most full songs in terms of length. Yeah, this is a very cheesy song. Yeah, like why it's like we made an original karaoke song. Yeah, what the hell, Diane Warren? I'm like almost. We'll see if I have time to watch that movie, but like maybe I should just listen to the song. It's probably an end credits track, isn't it? Maybe I should ignore the movie. Hmm. This is like better shot than Conclave, you know? The lighting's way better. It's funny that people are like shitting on every element of this film. Yeah, see, like even in that shot, like the soundtrack is definitely implying like a sinister tone, right? Like it's not like, oh, you must feel bad for this character, right? Like there's something like untrustworthy about her. I disagree with the idea that we're supposed to feel as though she's absolved herself from her past. Thank you, the Mixlash. Do the cartels like kill people for trying to like find missing people in bodies, or do they? My understanding was they killed politicians and like people trying to actively like arrest them or charge them. Huh. Yeah, I'm not Mexican. I'm a gringo. I'm a gringo. Sorry. I'm not a gringo. I don't even know what gringo means. I just assume it meant white person. Am I not? Does gringo mean American? What is a gringo? Oh, United States. Really? I thought it just meant white person. Okay, that's kind of funny. People call that makes it even funnier that people are calling me that. Oh wow. I'm gonna pee real quick. Oh. I mean, she is super Puerto Rican, but her character is from like the Dominican, right? Is that? But yeah, like I'm not gonna notice the nuances between different types of Spanish accents at all. That's a cool shot. I like this shot. What if it's Emilia's old penis? I mean, like film casting is always gonna have dumb shit, right? Because sometimes whether or not your project gets greenlit is determined by whether or not you have someone like Selena Gomez as a name, right? World War II Juno Beach story. You can't expect no response if all the Canadian soldiers have Aussie accents. When did I say that there should be no response? Again, I'm speaking about my experience. I'm not trying to persuade people that have the ability to perceive things that I don't into another position. Like that, I don't understand the point. Like yeah, like if you don't know what a furry is, then you might enjoy Pottersville, right? Like yeah, that's a big if though, Scalpel. I don't think the goal of this movie was to be authentic. I feel like they should have made more of an attempt to be. Like that would have made the movie better. Um, but I really don't think that that was the goal of the film. Yeah, like this is way less boring than Conclave. And a complete unknown. I mean, yeah, there's illogical, silly things in this movie. I just, there's other movies I enjoy that are illogical and silly too. I like the I like the filmmaking style, like the camera movements, and like I'm just, I'm getting things out of it. I like the musicality. It's got like a very full sound. Yeah, like the chord progressions are like appealing to me. Carlos tweets are insane. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I like that zoom. That's a cool shot. Using the darkness to. Yeah, I do like that shot a lot. I'm not rewatching Conclave. I'm never watching Conclave again. Would I watch this again? This is my second watch. I just wanted to like watch it with the new info that everybody, like all the criticisms of other people in mind. I mean, yeah, but I still don't feel like the movie is telling us that we're supposed to feel that way about her. Like these are characters that didn't know, right? Right? Like they didn't know that she was a murderer. Yeah, I mean, like it's interesting. Uh, I fuck with the film style and lots of great sound design choices. Only one song I really like actively dislike. Um, but yeah, I like the approach to like the artistic elements of the filmmaking. Um, and again, like I'm not Mexican. I don't speak Spanish. I'm nowhere near speaking Spanish. So like the the cultural and linguistic accuracies are not something that I could pick up on, right? Um Yeah, like it would be a better movie if it was more authentic for sure, but um it didn't really feel like that was like the ultimate goal of the film in my perspective. Like I don't feel like it was trying to uh redeem the character for the audience. Like it very much feels like something where it allows you to make your own mind up about the character. Like every time she's on screen, there's like a my interpretation is that there's like a sinister, untrustworthy tone to it. Um, oh, the Dardenne brothers. Dardenne brothers produced it. That's so funny. Nice. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I mean, like it probably would have benefited from it. Um, Either giving more of a shit about the cultural accuracy or just going full like this is a fake Mexico sort of thing. Um, a lack of care in one aspect, yeah, that you know might be very heavily weighted for a large portion of people, but not as heavily weighted for me because I'm not able to perceive. Like you're asking me to comment. It's like thank you, by the way. It's like asking me to comment on the color grading as a colorblind person, right? Like there's no way that I'm not going to have an opinion on things that I can't perceive. I don't think Odiard's winning Best Director. Um, Not only am I not going to be able to perceive those aspects, but I think it's unreasonable to, ask someone to change their perspective of the film based on aspects that they literally have no ability to perceive. Um, in the same way that, like, yeah, like if a movie has terrible color grading, it would be unreasonable to like give a colorblind person shit, right? Um, the people she lied to literally see her as a saint. Yeah, those are characters in the film. That's not like that. That doesn't say anything about what you're supposed to feel as an audience member, right? I've seen Roma. Does it feel like the same level of authenticity? No, because Roma's not a musical. Roma's not like constantly doing these weird like cutaways between reality and what we're literally supposed to interpret in the film. Like Roma is much more like intimate, like personal character, like family film, right? Thanks, Aqua. Appreciate it. Um, right, like I'm not gonna hold uh like realism as high of a standard in a film that's like clearly not trying to be taken literally for most of it. Um, like there's things I could criticize about The Holy Mountain, my favorite movie, that if I would, if it wasn't trying to be like absurdist. Um, like I'm not gonna watch The Lion King and be like, why did why are those animals dancing? Like I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I never got the impression that it was trying to preach. I think that people are okay. This version in the credits is way better than what we saw in the film. Still not a great song, but yeah, I don't. I think that there's an expectation from audience members that if you have a trans character in a film, that the implication is that they're a good person, but I just didn't see that in it. Like there was the entire film, whenever it showed her on screen, like I got like there was an untrustworthy, sinister vibe to me. and many of the scenes reflected that with the music, right? The tone of the music was reflecting that. So yeah, I don't relate to the idea that like the film itself is telling us that we're supposed to think that she's absolved of criticisms, that she's redeemed herself by transitioning. Um, Amy Oritz, can you provide an actual quote, or a source or something? And even so, like that comment doesn't mean that the movie was trying to be preachy, right? If Conclave wins Best Picture, I'm going to give Emilia Perez a 10. It's just, that's my 9/11. Um, yeah, when I was watching this film, like I was kind of one of the things that I liked about it the first time was like I kind of enjoyed that I was able to see a trans character on screen where the film wasn't afraid to make her morally unethical, right? Like I thought the film was like pretty clear that she's not a good person. Presenting a character who's abused with husband died from. All right, we're gonna translate this. Translate this page. I mean, yeah, generally critics do agree with him. The film is working. That's kind of funny. He's a funny character. Like he's a bit of a provocateur. He's a funny guy. Like Odiar defended his film and called the controversy unfair, arguing that the criticism actually confirms the impact of his work. According to the filmmaker, the fact that there is so much to talk about that disappeared in Mexico after the film's release is proof of its relevance. Yeah, see that doesn't say that he made the film to promote like information on the cartels or awareness. That's just him defending the controversy. That's him saying proof of its relevance is like, yeah, we made a film that people are talking about. It's not a defense of the film. Like it's not a good defense, but like that doesn't speak to what I was talking about. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro likes Emilia Perez. Um, Denis Villeneuve put Emilia Perez in his top 5 of the year. So I guess he can't direct movies anymore. Guillermo's a fake Mexican. Neither of them are real artists, and you can't trust them on anything. If we're gonna stay consistent, because I mean, a lot of people say that about me. um, just if we're gonna be consistent, then you can't trust anything from Guillermo or Denny anymore, or Mark Kermode. Mark Kermode liked the movie. But yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, there's aspects of this film that people weighed very heavily that are not a part of my range of perception because I'm not even remotely related to Mexican culture or Spanish speaking culture in any way. Not out of any choice or anything, but and there's aspects to filmmaking that I very much appreciate. Like the way the sound mixing worked in the soundscape and how it was used in the space, and the especially like instrumentals of the tracks. And I like that there were choices in the film, like, in the middle of a song she kind of gets like interrupted by a door, and you can hear it in the voice in the song. And like, um rather than it feeling like they just recorded a track in the studio, um and then had them lip sync to it in the film, the film itself is aware of the setting and the space in terms of like characters, how they're moving, the head turns, even like you can hear it. It's aware of that space, and they use it in the actual audio mixing, which I really appreciate and I find very cool. I like the visual style. Um and yeah, like the I'm never I'm never going to be able to go like, "Oh yeah, the accents were bad." Because I literally just I have no perception for that. Like, you're asking me to um comment on color grading as a colorblind person, basically. Like, that's the equivalency. So, yeah, the Penis to Vagina song was hilarious. It was funny. Like that, it's a funny song. I find it funny. Um yeah, that went better. Um I think I'm going to lower my rating for the film. Um my initial rating was a high 7 out of 10, and I'm going to lower it to a low 7 out of 10. I don't even know if it's a low 7 out of 10. It's not a high 7 out of 10. It's either a low 7 or a regular 7. I'm sticking with my 7 though, is basically what I'm saying. Um yeah. I'll think about it. There's some things that I didn't connect with, and I also didn't when I first watched it. But watching it a second time, I get to kind of reaffirm this. Um that weird multiple shot, like it was like 24 mixed with Ang Lee's Hulk. Wasn't into the visual style there. Um and then yeah, that one song and section where she's Emilia's with this other character that only shows up for like a short amount of time. Like, I kind of zone out during that whole sequence. I don't really care about what's going on there. Um but otherwise, like, yeah, I mean, it's entertaining for me. And yeah, I'm consistent. uh I've enjoyed the director's other films. Um, I like the camera work. It felt like motivated. It wasn't like stagnant. Um, and yeah, we recorded Sardonicast 183. We recorded that earlier today. I don't know when it's going to be up for patrons, but we'll talk about it on Sardonicast 184 though. Yeah, and then like to also, like, I'm not basing my experience with the film on comments that are made by the director or the actress. Like, those are separate entities for me. Um yeah, we had a really good discussion about The Brutalist. Substance or Brutalist? I don't know. I feel like The Brutalist is a better Best Picture winner, but I did bet like $15 on the substance winning for no reason, just because the odds were fun. So I'd win some money. I'd win like a few $100 if the substance won. The Brutalist is like the favorite to win, so I didn't put any money on it. Ooh, I got in before the noms were even out. I put down Demi Moore. The odds were like 15 to 1. I bet $20 on it. Now she's the favorite. So I'm glad I locked in when I did. Because it seems like that's probably gonna happen. So I might win a few $100. Yeah, Nickel Boys was good. I like Nickel Boys. No, I just talked about the Brutalist on Sardonicast and reflected about it more. I didn't see it a second. I want to watch it a second time. Yeah, if Tim Cham wins over Brody, that would be so annoying. Oh my god. The Brutalist is coming out on digital in a couple weeks, so don't download a cam rip or anything. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I just like the weirdest kind of like cheesy campy decisions are within that track, and it's like the campiest song, you know? Like I feel like it fits. Like it's so obviously silly. All right, it's almost 9 p.m. I think I'm going to call it a night. They're not bringing the previous winners on stage. Why? Trailer reaction. I don't know if I want to save that for tomorrow or something. I just feel like my energy should be better if I'm doing a trailer reaction. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I might have not that much energy tomorrow either, but maybe the next day after. I would love to watch it again. I haven't bought a Blu-ray for it because I want it in 4K. There's no 4K Blu-ray. So I'm like just hoping that it'll get one at some point for no reason, but like why would they do that? It's so annoying. Yeah. I'm still halfway through the ant kind. All right, thanks for joining everybody.